why the Maxx? Back in 2013, we released Devil's Hand, and I felt I really don't know a lot about politics. I don't really delve deep into politics, but I thought it was something interesting to do. The reception to Devil's Hand wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I think because it was such a serious tone, serious idea. So when I finished it, I reached out to a few of my friends who are really big supporters of Devil's Hand and asked them, what should I do? Like, what should my next project be? And a friend of mine jokingly said we should do the Maxx. So I took it to Jonathan, who was our makeup designer for Devil's Hand, and said, hey, let's do the Maxx. And he turned to me and he just gave me this serious look, and he said, we'll do it as long as I can play the Maxx. So we started doing the Maxx.
People love superheroes, especially in this day and age when we've been at war for a long time. We need a hero, and the audiences are getting tired of the same ones getting remade. Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. They're all great, don't get me wrong. But we need a darker hero that's not afraid to get his hands dirty. We need the hero that rises from the muck, not from Smallville, Kansas, or from Gotham City with the millions, and you know the heroes I'm talking about. We need a hero that people can identify more with. You know, the guy that per se doesn't have the money to pay his bills but still feels a duty to protect people. The guy that's not afraid to go out in public even though he's got holes in his shoes and holes in his clothes just for the sake of protecting the city. You know, that's more what people can identify with. You know, and not everyone's going to wear tights. And if they do, it's not always going to be tights that they went to the superhero store to get. You know, it hit, hobbled together, like possibly with a wrestling mask the guy found in the garbage just to hide his identity. I mean, the Maxx, I didn't even know if he's had a bath in months. He lives in a box. He's a homeless person. So he's not just some mythical creature. You know, they don't even go into his origin. You don't even know. So therefore, again, you can identify more with the character because he's not from some planet, or he's not, a trust fund baby that goes off and trains for 10 years of his life. This is a guy that woke up and said, you know what, somebody's going to stand up for the cause. I'll take the beating. I'll do it. I'm there. And that's where his sense of loyalty is. His sense of loyalty to the one person he thinks needs his protection the most.
It was just so different from any of the other comics that I'd really gotten into. It's not like your mainstream comics like your Superman and Batman and such. The character of the Maxx is, he's fun. He doesn't have tons of incredible superpowers, but he's just really, really interesting in the dynamic that he has with Julie. The fact that they don't have the romantic relationship, but for some reason they feel drawn to each other, was just very intriguing. It wasn't since it wasn't about the romance, it was more real to me, I guess. And Julie's very real, all the traumatic things that she had been through, and then the outlook she has on life now. It is very cynical, but at the same time she has a lot of hope and still cares for the people that she works with, especially the Maxx.
When it came to Mr. Gone, Trent's a great actor, and he's also the only person we know that has a very long, stringy beard. So it's all sort of just played out perfect. And his idea of using the belts as sort of a bondage idea instead of the shirt, I wasn't too big on it at first, but when you see it on camera and you see him walk around and you know how rapey Mr. Gone is, it fits very well. And it's a very modern take on him. But at the same time, I think a man in a nice dress suit with the menacing cape doesn't really fit well. So the new idea that we took on it with the belts strapped across his body gives him more character. It brings you look at him and think, that man's about to rape me.
He's a sensitive man with sensitive needs. No, I like Mr. Gone. He's almost the bridge between the two worlds. Not really the Maxx, because he has really no idea what the fuck's going on in his head, but Mr. Gone does because he's in there.
I am the director of photography for the Maxx. I honestly had no idea what the Maxx was until Jimmy approached me with the project. But being a director of photography on a couple projects that we've done here locally, I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to fan expectations for films as far as adaptation to film from comic book. And I believe that to keep this on the darker side would be probably the most accurate description for the Maxx, and it would probably make the I guess the fans of the project happier, I guess is the word I was looking for.
And a big thing I have a lot of people talk to me about is they didn't even know the Maxx was human, because he's just sort of this man, this thing in a purple suit. So I wanted to make sure Jonathan, when he created the new design for our individual Maxx, was to bring out facial features, to bring out the eyebrows, to bring out the nose. But bringing out the nose and bringing out the brow structure, I think, adds a lot of humanity to him. And we had a lot of people question, why are you showing his eyes? In the comics, you know, it was just whiteouts. And I think the eyes show a lot of personality to what's going to happen, because all you have is his voice, you don't have anything else. So he has to have his eyes. If you didn't show his eyes, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't be able to get that feeling, you know, of what he's feeling.
I was trying to do everything different from what all the superheroes have gone. You know, Spider-Man has his beautiful suit, even though some kid supposedly made it out of scrap materials. Well, I wanted it to look like this guy really did scrap this outfit together from things he found. You know, pieces of material he found in the trash, you know, a sweatshirt here, a pair of sweatpants there, a wrestler's, you know, belt. He took a mask or two that people had thrown away in the trash. You know, and that is what defined him, not he being the Maxx created that look. He, as a homeless person, was trying to come up with a look to hide his own persona, and that was the best he could come up with. You know, he's got this thing, like an old wrestling mask that he laces up, and when he does, all of a sudden he's that hero, he's that character, he's ready to go take on the world, you know, and rise to the call and do whatever it takes.
In this town, sometimes suicidal bravery is the only way people get saved. Sometimes it's luck that saves them. Sometimes it's fate. But sometimes it's me.